Going on? It's your man Ryan Wrights of the Trackstarz, man. On behalf of SEANTANA and DJ Jeremiah, get ready for another installment of the Independent Artist Spotlight. Today we're gonna be talking with the homie from Salvation Army, Jeremiah Bligen. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Turn up with the Trackstarz. Yo. Hey yo, what's going on, Jeremiah?
What's good? What's good, man? Salute, salute. How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you, man, sending me out some emails, showing me love. I just lost my grandmother, and you sent me one of the first responses, man, to tell me to keep my head up and keep me encouraged. And same to you, man. I know you lost your grandmother not too long ago, man. So it's been one of those seasons, hasn't it?
Indeed, indeed. Such is life, man.
It is, man. It truly is, man. And so I thank God for strong brothers like you in my life, man, that can encourage me on the journey, man. Thank you.
Indeed. Amen. Thank God, bro.
So let's get into this, man. You got the new project coming out soon. I've had a taste. I've been able to dip my finger into that pool, man. and the album, man, bruh, I can see why Salvation Army is repping you hard, man. They're right behind you because this is a dope project, bro.
Man, thank God for that, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Now, it's funny because when I listen to the project, I don't get the sense of you being from the South. You know what I mean? Like you have a very diversified sound.
Yeah. I think that a lot of that is because I actually moved a couple of times since I was about 16. I grew up right outside of Charleston, and so of course for all of my childhood I was there. But then I moved to Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Hampton Roads area, 757 there.
Oh.
And then I moved back down here to Charlotte. So you got three different cities and kind of environments there, and especially Virginia. It's a very mixed and blended musical culture down there, and so a lot of that diversity, I would say, I picked up from there.
Right.
As well as just a diverse taste in music.
Right. Okay, cool, man. So with the music scene popping off, man, how's CHH doing in Charlotte?
CHH, I think it's actually doing very well in Charlotte. I'm encouraged by a lot of what I see going on in Charlotte. I'm with the Justice League being here. I Kill, my brother Cutright, Omega Sparks, Daily, a whole bunch of brothers here that just really love the Lord, love serving in the city and in the community, preaching at detention centers and just serving in their local churches. I'm encouraged by what's going on with the artists themselves personally, and then as well as just an environment as far as hip hop goes. So I'm encouraged by it.
That's awesome, man. Now, one of the things that we try to uncover with the Independent Artist Spotlight is to really get behind the music, man, and find out who you are, your contributions to CHH, man. So what's been going on with you?
With me, well, just life in general. Over the past few years, I've been blessed to be able to actually see my household size more than double. So we went from three people in a household to seven.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. And so that was a couple years ago that happened. And since then, we've seen a couple go away, but now we're pregnant. And so we're growing again. And
Oh,
so,
man, that's awesome, man.
yeah, thank God, man. So a lot of challenges that come along with that, of course, whenever people's involved. But I'm thankful, man, just experiencing God in a whole new way. Any father or parent, knows that when you have more kids or any kids, it's experiencing God in a different way and learning how He relates to you.
Right.
So just walking through that day by day, just being a husband and a father.
Right. Now I got a comment, man, on the studio background, man. It looks like you're on the grind and got the hustle game going full time. How's it going?
Well, it's a hustle. it's a hustle and a grind for sure. I've been just coming up in from where I am, in the struggle down in South Carolina. You learn how to make do with what you got. You know what I mean? And so a lot of what you see is just a product of me pulling together whatever pieces I can pull together in order to get the job done. To say, God, use whatever I do have at my disposal for your glory. You know what I mean? Instead of making excuses as to why I can't do it, just trying to say, you know what? Whatever I have, I'm thankful for it. Let's make it work. So we gonna pound it out with whatever we have, and I'm thankful, for that being there.
Okay, awesome. That's good, man. What's your testimony?
My testimony, man, I'm a man made by God,
Okay.
through and through, in every aspect of the word. Grew up with a chronic alcoholic father,
Oh man.
like literally drunk at least 4 times a week, and I mean drunk, drunk. Um,
Mm.
a mother working 2 and 3 jobs to make do. My sisters and I, 2 sisters, and myself, growing up very poor. Roaches everywhere, turn on,
Oh
go
man.
scatter, yeah, that type of thing. You know, mice chewing through bread boxes, um, that type of struggle. You know what I mean? And just coming up in that, and but thankful that God saved me even in the midst of that. That I was well on my way to becoming a product of my, not only my environment, but a product of my own hatred,
Got you.
and giving sin rule and reign in my life, giving into that hatred that I had for my father. So God stepped in, opened my eyes, saved me, man, eternally and naturally in a very real way. And so
Wow. Praise God.
yeah, picked up when I was 16 years old and moved to uh, Norfolk, Virginia, with my sister, my oldest sister, and her husband. And God used that time to really teach me, and mold me and begin shaping me there. So I'm thankful, man. And from there, it's just been a matter of year by year walking with the Father, and him teaching me all of the things that I was never taught as a young man. And then
Mm.
trying to be a light to others in that same manner. So literally a man made by God in every aspect of the way, in every aspect.
Okay. So what's the situation here? Are you writing from a place of pain or a place of experience or a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. I think that whenever I write, I try to write from a place of reality, um, even if it's not a current reality, some type of reality of something I've experienced. I think that life itself has ups and downs, as we all know, and those things come and go consistently. It's not just,
Yeah.
you're going to have these ups for the rest of your life or the downs for the rest of your life. It fluctuates. And so at any point in time, in any season that I'm in, I try to always focus on where I am, see the good and the bad, and then write and express from that place, while also appreciating where I'm not. You know what I mean? The season that I'm not in, as well. And so whenever I write or pick up a pen, it's always, with that in mind, to say, okay, no matter where I may be, there's something God is teaching me. There's
Yeah.
something God is working out in me in this. And so, you may find me writing a song about my wife, just because my wife's dope and I love her, you know,
Yeah.
and she's my favor, and that's being walked out daily in my life. Or you may see me write a song about my father and the pain that I dealt with that, you know what I mean, or
Mhm.
my son being sick, or you know what I mean. But you'll also see me write about the joy that I have even in the midst of that. And so it's really just it's a diverse subjects brought about through different, just the transitioning seasons of life, really, that I kind of pull on and express myself through.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate that, man. Real is real, and you just can't get more authentic than that. So thank you for that. And I'm sure, anybody listening to your music appreciates that transparency that you have.
Yeah, man, I'm thankful, bro. Honestly, I think the best thing that I can do is just be honest and testify. I think that the word of our testimony, carries much weight.
Yeah.
I believe that, and I believe
Yeah.
that we have these scars to show that God heals. And if we don't show them and share our hurts and share our pains, then people be reluctant, to trust us with theirs. And so I try to express myself just to let somebody know, hey man, God is real. He is real to me, walking with me each and every day, and I need him for peace and for joy and for strength, just like you do now, not 10 years ago, but now, you know what I mean? And so, um, just trying to express that, and I'm thankful to be able to do that, and I'm thankful that people realize that and see that it's just coming from a real place, a life in God.
Yes, it is. So let me get your thoughts. What are your thoughts about CHH, man, and where we are as a collective? Are you proud? Are you disappointed? What are your thoughts there?
Well, I think when talking about Christian hip hop is it's a very layered conversation, and I think that typically mixed up in that conversation is three different points that we're communicating about. We're communicating about methodology and the how we go about communicating our message.
Right.
We're talking about labeling, and whether or not we should be labeled or label ourselves or allow other people to label us, and if whether or not that's a good thing or not. And then there's also a Reach Records conversation, you know what I mean, of the industry leaders and what they're doing. You know what I mean? I think that
Right.
it's typically blended all up in there. And so when talking about Christian hip hop, I try to be as clear and as specific as I can, because a lot of times we'll take, when we're just having a methodology conversation, we'll take that and apply it to everything or, any one of those things. And so I think that it's a layered conversation, but overall, um, I'm actually more and more encouraged because I think that whenever there's friction, whenever there's some type of tension or anything like that, discomfort,
Yeah.
it gives way to growth. And God uses those things to bring maturity. And I see God maturing us as a community, to say, okay, let's get a lot of this stuff on the table that may have been swept under the rug over the past 20 years or not talked about in public. Let's get it all out there. Let's talk about it. Let God bring healing where healing needs to be had. Let God give instruction where instruction needs to be given, and encouragement, because we're all out here creating, and artists need that community to support, and believers need that from each other as well. So I'm encouraged by it. Of course, no matter where you are in the church, you're going to see areas that you're discouraged by. That's not something that's limited to hip hop. You know what I mean? That's the
Right.
church in general. You know what I mean? And so I'm encouraged by the fact that I feel that some difficult conversations are going to be had or are being had. You know what I mean? And I think that's necessary. And I think that it's just important to continue to press the envelope, and press God at the forefront. To make sure that God is the main thing, and when God is the main thing, He'll bring forth what He wants to bring forth in all of us. And He has a way of humbling us when we lift Him up and make Him the point of it, and not what we have to say about somebody else.
Right. Right. That is so true.
Yeah, and so, keeping God as the main thing is like, oh man, whenever we're looking at ourselves in light of God, it's like humbling, like, yo, I gotta do better.
Mhm.
The next man's doing what he's doing, but I gotta do better. Let me get busy where I need to get busy. You know what I mean? And so, and that's not to say we don't have analysis or things to say about certain things in culture, because we do, of course. We're human, we have opinions, but keeping God the main thing in the focus definitely has its way of humbling us, and helping us um, push forward. So overall, Christian hip hop, I'm thankful for it, past, present, and I'm hopeful for the future. Um, and so, if you want me to specifically answer some of those questions, methodology, all of those things, I can as it pertains to myself. But I'll let you guide that.
Got you. Got you. So, man, tell us what is it like um, in the Salvation Army experience, man? How's it been so far?
Well, basically, it's been wonderful, man. I think especially over the past 12 months, we've been pressing in more and more, and I see God moving amongst us as just brothers, more and more, building us up in time of prayer, time of reading the Word, shooting each other messages, just encouraging messages, and just being a brotherhood first and foremost. That if we never did music together, or no music came from our partnership, just having those brothers is very important for me personally as an artist, and as a man first and foremost, to be able to say, bro, I'm struggling, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
and here's how I see this, here's what I'm going through. Let me bounce this off your shoulder to be accountable to you and what I'm doing right now. And so it's very encouraging. It's been a blessing, you know what I mean, just to have those brothers. And musically, I have faith and believe in all of those brothers' talent that God has given them, and it's great to have that reciprocated as well. So it's dope, man. I'm thankful for the brotherhood.
That's what's up, man. Talk a little bit about the new project, man. You've got several projects out, but how does this one differ from all the rest, and what do you want people to get out of it?
Well, I think that this project is specifically different because it's an album, and I didn't create any other project before this to be an album. Really, all of my other projects were just me making random songs over a few years and just putting them together, packaging them up to kind of introduce myself. But this project is something that I really sat down with, prayed with more so, and just really tried to lay out a story, a progression, to convey a cohesive message. And that's not something that I did with my other projects. They were more mixtape, more EP. And so I really believe this is more cohesive, and it's an actual album.
Yeah.
But the other ones are just more like a compilation of songs put together to present.
Yeah, man. Well, I think it speaks to your artistry well, man. You got some joints on there, man, like Bleed.
Mm.
Oh man, you give me a early in his prime Eminem feel on that
Mm.
song. Do you
Wow.
get people comparing you to artists like that?
No, no,
You got to
actually.
listen back, man. Your punches and your delivery, I was like, yo, I'm hearing a real relevant style to our culture right now, man. You did a good job on it.
Oh man, I thank God for that, man. I appreciate you listening and even for the compliment, man. That's encouraging.
Yeah. So who are some of your influences, early influences, and even of today?
Yeah, for sure. Growing up, I'll start there. Growing up, I definitely came up on heavy Southern music. So we had a lot of Master P, No Limit,
Yeah.
going into some Pastor Troy and DSGB and out a little bit of Outkast here and there with some No Limit, progressing through the 50 Cent and Eminem Shady, heavy. And then I discovered Nas in the 2000s there. Um, and then as I got older, of course, got saved. Ambassador had a big impact on me,
Yeah.
followed by The Truth, followed by Lecrae, followed by Eshon Burgundy and Dre Murray specifically, which is why I quote them in one of my songs.
Oh,
Those
dope.
those brothers really had a very positive impact on me, just representing Christianity and hip hop. So yeah, it's a big spectrum there. A little bit of Rakim in there, man. As I got older, went back and had to discover a whole lot of East Coast sound because down south we didn't have that. There was no Rakim down south. We wasn't playing that.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna make fun of your city for just 1 second, okay? Nobody from North Carolina, even if they are affiliated with North Carolina in any way of the Carolinas, claims PD Pablo, but that's a whole nother story.
man, you went there. Whoa.
But no, that's a whole nother story, man. I understand. I heard DSGB, and that's what we were all day long in
Yeah,
Atlanta, man.
yeah.
So that's what's up, dude. So, okay, I've already commented on your style. I've already commented on your flow. For those that don't know, man, give us your best 16 written or come off the dome if you want to deliver it that way.
Whoa. Best 16. Best? Every day it's the same old cycle. Feet pushing the pedal, we hustling roses. Ain't right, this life goes psycho. Too much on our minds, headed for an explosion. Straight up, it ain't obtuse, but cute. That's pressure from almost every angle. Total non-stop daily, yeah, we wrestle and fight. Yeah, Kurt's tugging at both ankles. We're all stuck here. Bounces the garden, dancing for arson, crippled with death. Trapped tight to our harness, walking in darkness and stench exuding from our rotting carcass. We token dishonest, broken hardest, whose hardest the hardest, falling and farthest from the harvest. At the hem of his garment, identity garnished, vision tarnished, surrounded by garbage. Seemingly symbiotic struggle, so surrounded by carnage. Cassidy, I hustle these bars to declare the truth of a promise. Come down from the auction, it's song. Salute.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it, man. That's what's up. That's dope. Okay. So tell everybody where they can catch up with you on social media, man. How can they find you?
Everything, social media. This is Instagram, as well as Twitter. You can catch me at Jeremiah Bligen, JEREMAYAH BLIGEN. That's Bligen, like Mary J. Blige with an N at the end. And you can find me on Facebook /Jeremiah 115. and at my website as well, jeremiahbligen.com. So it's all pretty straightforward. Stay tuned. As well as Salvation Army. You can go to Twitter at Salvation Army, Instagram at Salvation Army. Get connected with all of the team: Neek Smith, Chris, Hot Hands, Jay Johnson, Eshawn Burgundy, and my man Reflect.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. That's what's up. So we're going to get more with the Salvation Army crew, man. Keep it locked to the Trackstarz. This your man, Ryan Righteous. This is another segment of Independent Artist Spotlights. Turn up with the Trackstarz. Yup.